I don't even know if you can hear me right now or see me actually, but I'm doing this thing anyway. The first thing you need to realize is that the moment you go for something that you truly believe deep down in your soul, deep down in your heart, is the moment most people are going to think you crazy. Most people are going to say, why? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing it like that? Why don't you just stay here? Why don't you just keep doing it like you've always done it? And they're right. Why not do it like that? Why not stay where you are? Why not keep doing it like you've always done it? Why not? But my question is, if greater things are possible, why not go for the greater thing? If greater things are possible, why not live that? And that's what most people use as their excuse to stay where they are, because where they are is where they are, and where they are is what they are used to. Doesn't mean they like it. It just means that's what they're used to. What I find interesting about humanity is that a lot of humans are willing to settle for what they're used to, even when they don't like it, simply because they're used to it. It's like a company that continues to do things like they've always done it because they've always done it that way, rather than looking for a better way to do it. So that's how you look at your life. You run your life like a company in many ways. You can run your life like a company, but an innovative company that's always looking forward, because just like a company, in life you are either expanding or contracting. Expanding or contracting. There is no same. I used to pray that things changed. There was never a point in my life where I wish things remained the same. Especially growing up. You know, growing up was so hard. Growing up in a very violent household, not knowing if we were going to have a place to stay or not. As a kid, I can remember praying for change, hoping that, man, something needs to change so that we don't have to worry about this stuff. And as a kid, I used to think that somebody would just fly in with a cape one day and save us. Somebody would fly in with the cape and change our family's future, make us safer, give us financial prosperity. The ironic part is somebody did fly in and save us. Saved me. And that person was me. It took me 27 years to save myself. Living like a victim for 27 years. 27 years to save myself. 27 years to realize that I had value, that I had to become the change that I wanted to see. 27 years. And that's all good. That's, it took as long as it took. And I used every excuse in the book as to why I was failing before 27. You know, I blame my father, which was very valid. He was a very abusive man, very violent. When I say violent, I mean violent, very violent man. And then after he died when I was 16, then my excuse was that, oh, the reason why I'm losing is because I'm black. And it's the government's fault. And it's that person's fault. I blamed so many people that I had nobody else to blame. So I said, you know what? I think I'll unalive myself. At the age of 27, I decided that I was going to unalive myself. And then something clicked. The day of, something clicked. In that moment, when I knew that I could unalive myself, I asked myself, is it possible to alive myself? Meaning, if it's possible for me to remove myself from the planet, is it also possible for me to make my life better on the planet? Because if I have that amount of power, which is like the ultimate power, then I must have this opposing power, which is also an ultimate power. I can give life and I can take it. So why not give myself a new life? And that's where it all started for me, right there, making that decision to give myself a new life, to stop playing the role of a victim and start becoming the hero of my own existence. That's where it started, right there. And that's what I'm here to tell you. It starts when you stop blaming other people for your circumstances. It starts when you decide that enough is enough. It starts when you decide to become the change you want to see in your life. It comes when you understand that you are the creator of your own reality. That's when it starts. And it's not going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect, but it can be perfect for you. And the outside world is going to judge you. You know, I have well-meaning people that probably sit back and observe some of the things that I'm doing now, and they might be saying to themselves, why is he doing it like that? Or maybe nobody's even thinking about me, which could also be a thing. You think a lot of people think about you, they ain't even thinking about you like that. Some of them are. Most people are thinking about themselves. So you got to get out of your own head, get out of your own way, and give yourself permission to live the life that you truly want to live. And as you are committed to living that life, please understand that not everybody is going to agree with it. And when I call it renegotiating your contract with life. When you renegotiate your contract with life, when you sit down and get clear about what it is you really want to live, you're going to have to change roles. Life is like a movie, and everybody's playing a certain character in the movie, and you're playing a character that's affecting other people, and other people are playing characters that are affecting you, and then there's people in the background that you'll never get to meet. But one thing about it, when you decide to change your role in the movie, everyone is going to be impacted by that change. Some in a big way, but you have to have the courage to keep going for what you really want. You have to have the courage to keep going for your dream. You have to have the courage to keep going for your vision. And you're going to have to give yourself permission to go for it, because the world isn't going to give you permission. It's very rare that somebody is going to knock on your door and say, Robbie, I give you permission to live life on your own terms. You're going to have to give yourself permission. And there are people that are not going to like the decision that you've made for yourself, but once you have this idea in your mind that life can be better, once you have this understanding that you create your reality, it will bother you until you answer the call. You can't understand something like that and then decide to keep playing it small. It's gonna agitate you more and more every single day. When you look around and you know that you can be doing something different, you can be living a different way. Even if you're uncomfortable, the middle class is one of the worst places to be. You know why? Because in the middle class, you are comfortable enough to convince yourself that you're actually doing something major, that you're actually living a good life, and maybe that is a good life. But is it a good life because it's a good life, or is it a good life because that's what you've settled for? Could you be doing more? Could you be being more? Could you be having more? And it requires doing shit like coming to the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning. Big dog. 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm actually late. But by whose standard? By whose clock? It's me. I'm running this thing. It's my clock.
All right, today
I'm on my terms.
Today we're gonna be filming a commercial. And as we film the commercial, you will find that precipitation is on your mind. Robbie Cornelius is on your mind. And when you study the Oz Chronicles of Quantum Physics, metaphorically speaking, you understand that sometimes your muscles start leaking.
No, for real. Today I'm got hired to be in a commercial. I've been doing a lot of commercial stuff this year, and it all started with a dream. Used to read Word Up magazines. No, it all started with I just wrote it down in my affirmations book, my manifestation book, last year around this time. I wrote it in my manifestation book, and voila, it's just started happening. I did that commercial with Jerome Bettis.
Jerome Bettis.
I did that commercial with Jerome Bettis, and man, it's just started. Boop, boop, boop. Then I did a movie. Shouts out to Gold Strand Media. We got the movie Match Made in Heaven. That thing is popping and lopping. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. And let's see what today has to offer, man. I'm excited. Again, I'm excited to be alive. Like, wow, and then recording content is like I'm capturing history. Baby, this is anybody that's watching this video. I just want you to know that you can literally go for your vision of success. You can go for your dream. You can go for everything. And I'm living proof of that. By the way, what do I do for a living? I do what I want to do for a living. But I own 3 tech companies, Southern Web Asset, Overstock Domain, and I just live life. Welcome to my world. A few days ago, I get a message on social media from an individual, and I saw the message, but I didn't respond to it. And then that individual texted me. He said, hey man, I know you up there in Atlanta being all Hollywood and everything. He said, but don't forget about us. Don't forget about me. Now, I get one of them messages at least once a week. Somebody from the past talking about don't forget about me. And in my mind, I'm like, But this particular individual I responded to. And I said, hey, I want you to look at the text messages right above the last text message you sent me. And this was like a year ago, where I text this individual multiple times. Hey man, just wanted to let you know I was thinking about you. Hey man, hope you're having a great day. Hey man, hope all is well in your world. This individual never responded to me. And he said, oh man, I was busy back then. I said, well, I'm busy now. And I heard nothing else from him from that point on. The point that I'm making is most people only value what they perceive to be rare. As long as I was making myself available for this individual, and this goes for a lot of people, not this one particular individual, because I hear it now today. I hear it a lot. Hey man, don't forget about me. Hey man, don't forget about me. Hey man, what you been up to? What you been up to? And it's always coming from people that I used to make myself available to. But when I was trying to reach out to them, they gave me their butt to kiss. They ignored me. But now they see me doing other things. In their mind, I'm the one that changed. In their mind, they're like, you changed. Yeah, I changed. But the crazy part about it is I had already changed. I've been changed. What you're seeing, what you see as success, I already had it. You're just now seeing it because you just realized that I no longer reach out to you like that. But I want you to go back. If you are in my life, or if you were ever part of my life, I want you to go back and really think about who I was to you. Really think who I was to you, how I made myself available to you, how I tried to help you at certain points in life. Go back and think about that. And ask yourself, why isn't he around today? And I guarantee you the reason why I'm not around you today is because at the point in time where I tried to make myself available to you, you didn't value me that way. You only value me now because you don't have access to me. And this is the message that I think so many people need to put out there, because people love to say you changed when you got money. No, I changed way before I got money. I changed 11 years ago, and I tried to tell you how I was changing. I tried to tell you what I was on, but you wouldn't listen. You wouldn't listen to what I was saying. And when I stopped talking, that was the only time you were able to hear me, because now my silence spoke louder than words. So I love when people tell me I done changed. I love when people say, oh man, you forgot about me. No, I didn't. I remember everything. I remember when you ignored me. I remember when I needed you the most and you wasn't there. I remember when you talked crap behind my back. I remember when you told this person something that I told you, that I only told you, and it came back to me, but I never told you I heard it from this other individual. I remember that too. I also remember when I told you about the power of the mind and how I was going to change my life and move in this direction, and you ignored it. You thought I went crazy. I remember that too. I remember all that. So the point that I'm making in this video is that when you change your life, when you quote unquote come up, you're gonna have all kind of people coming out of the woodworks talking about how they used to be there for you and how you changed and how you left them behind. But if they really felt like that, they would have made that comment when they perceived you to be poor, when they perceived you to be broke. You didn't just stop messing with people. You've been stopped messing with people. Okay, you didn't just change overnight. You gave people all the time in the world to adjust to who you were changing into, but they couldn't see it. They didn't want to hear it. They ignored you, and now they want to say you changed. That's the way the world is. A lot of people can't handle you becoming somebody different. And we're gonna see what happens. I like the Christmas tree. I'm very hungry.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, man.
Good, good. Hello.
Robbie. Kyle.
Nice to meet you, Kyle. Robbie Cornelius.
Been with me for years.
How you doing, my brother?
Robbie ended up getting one of those.
Yeah. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You love it?
It's a good one, that's good.
You got to get one of these. How you doing, brother?
So cool.
Good.
The area that you want.
I love it. This is where we're filming at?
They got us all over the place.
Okay. Awesome. You know, I'm here.
Robbie, meet Maddie over there.
Hey, Maddie.
Hi.
Robbie Cornelius.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you